Hi guys! I just wanted to say first of all, thank you all so much for following me, because when I made my Tumblr like 2 years ago now, I didn't think I'd get, even like 10 followers, and now there's, 2,500 of you. That's kind of awesome, I think. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, and I'm doing a Q&A video, and some of you were nice enough to leave me questions. So I'm going to answer them, and hopefully it won't be too long and boring. Gabby asked the first question, J-Cutler, and Gabby, first of all, whenever I see your URL, I just think of how much my brother loves Jay Cutler and the Bears and stuff, so that's a little fun fact. But she said, please talk about T-Rexes and also your favorite fic and what you're thinking when you wrote it. First of all, T-Rexes, I miss my dinosaur class, honestly. T-Rexes are awesome, and there's like this huge debate in the dinosaur community about whether they were, like predators, which you normally think of, or if they were like scavengers, which most people are like, what? It's a T-Rex. But T-Rex probably could not outrun anything that it was preying on, because its legs and were like disproportionate to its body. So if it ran too fast, it would literally fall over, break bones, and die. And its short little arms couldn't really, like slash anything. Didn't have the cool claws of the Velociraptor. So T-Rex might have been a scavenger. Also probably feathers. Probably had like a nasty red looking face. I love T-Rexes. Okay. My favorite fic that I've written is I Would Have Married You in Vegas. And what I thought about when I was writing it is the family vacation I took. It was not quite the same as the one that Finn, Rachel, Quinn, and Puck took, obviously. But I did go with my family on the same route, essentially, except instead of Ohio to California, it was Indiana to California and back. So I thought about, all the places I mentioned in the fic we actually visited, so I would like to think that was pretty accurate. This is already 2 minutes long. God. What else? I don't know. I tried to think about a way to have that love rectangle without it being like, I don't know, overly dramatic, but also like in a way that made sense, where it wasn't Finn and Quinn were hopelessly in love and then suddenly Finn's with Rachel. Like, I wanted it to be undertones of Finn and Rachel the whole time, and then you realize that he and Quinn are just kind of together because they feel like they have to be. So yeah, thank you for your question, Gabby. Antonella said, and crazy bitch around here, she said, I don't know what to ask, but congrats, I guess, and IDK, say something to me in the video, but something nice, otherwise I'm unfollowing you, to be honest. Rude. No, you're lovely, I enjoy following you, stay classy. Laura, Kristen Wig, said, first, yay. Second, talk about why I'm so perfect. And third, if you could be any fictional character, who would you be? Laura's perfect because we have these like in-depth discussions about like Finn and Rachel's possible storyline. I don't think we've been right so far, but one of these times it's gonna happen. And also she makes beautiful gifs, and then she like talks about how they're ugly, and then I just sit there and I stare at my screen like, because if you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. If I could be any fictional character, I would probably be Hermione Granger, because 1, she gets to go to Hogwarts. 2, she gets to make out with Ron Weasley, and I love gingers. 3, she's a pretty smart girl, pretty badass, so I mean, Hermione Granger all the way. Cassandra Juliana asked, first of all, congrats. Do you prefer season 1, 2, or 3 Finchel, and also your favorite movie of all time? This is going to be a really cheesy answer, but I really prefer like the entire progression of Finn and Rachel's relationship. So I wouldn't say this is a certain season, because each season plays an important role. And I honestly, it's so cheesy, but up until season 4, I've loved every single season of Glee, which I know a lot of people cannot say, and I'm really, really sad about that. But I honestly love season 1, 2, and 3. Even though season 2 had its iffy moments for me, I really enjoyed it overall. My favorite movie of all time, I don't know if I have a favorite of all time, but some of my favorite movies are Across the Universe, Stardust, these are all ones I've like based fics on, Pitch Perfect, which I'm writing a fic based on that as well, 21 Jump Street, I really liked that film. I don't know. Those are the first ones that came to mind. Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley one. Great film. Okay. Michaela, it's Taco Bell time, who I just saw today, said, why is the rum always gone? And I think the answer to that is ultimately karma. I'm just gonna, leave it at that. Thing you love most, Emily, said, oh yay, congrats girl, how about your favorite movie and why do you love it? I'll just talk about why I love the movie Stardust, because I feel like that movie's really underappreciated, or like people have never heard of it and they're like, what is Stardust? And I saw the film probably about a year after it came out. I loved it a lot because it's like fantasy, but it combines a bunch of different elements. Like, it's so complex, but it ties it together so well. I don't know, like, you have your male protagonist, and you have the star, and then you have these different storylines going on besides that, and they all, like, come together. Robert De Niro's a gay pirate. What more do you need, honestly? Claire Danes is in it. I love Claire Danes. It's just a great film, honestly. And it has a love story, but it also has adventure, fantasy, humor. It's fantastic. And I read the book after I saw the movie, and I didn't like the book as much, but I think it's probably because I saw the movie first. I don't know. Plus, there's like a really graphic sex scene in the first part of the book, and I was like, whoa, what is happening? But, it's fine. Monteith, Katie said, say hi, Katie. So, hi, Katie. And then Swati Como said, your favorite TV character ever, don't hate me, and why? And then which famous dead person would you most want to meet, and your favorite author? My favorite TV character ever, goodness gracious, I really, really love Shoshana Shapiro from Girls. I'm not going to have a one answer for this, but I just feel like a lot of things she says I would actually say, or like I've thought, so I really like can relate to her, and she's hilarious, and I love her so much. I also love Finn, Rachel, and Quinn from Glee. I love all of them like at the same level, and I think they're all relatable in their own ways. They all have their flaws, but they're all still like well-rounded characters. And I have others that I'm not going to talk about, so this isn't too terribly long. Famous dead person I'd most want to meet. I don't know. I have like this weird obsession with like failed dictators. I kind of want to talk to Leon Trotsky for a day, who was, he tried to take over during the Russian Revolution, but, like, he was, I'm pretty sure, like, handpicked by Lenin, who was the leader of the Russian Revolution, and he was like, okay, you're going to come in, Trotsky, and you're going to take over, and then, this might not be completely right, by the way, I'm so sorry, this is APR was last year, but then Stalin did not like Trotsky at all, and he was like, actually, you're going to lead the country, and Trotsky was like, okay, and then, instead of just letting him leave, Stalin, had him murdered, so, that was unfortunate. I would talk to Leon Trotsky about his, failed murder attempt, or, like, Rasputin, because he was, like, a super powerful dude that they took so much to kill him, they, like, shot him, stabbed him, tied him up, threw him in a river, he still managed to escape his bonds before he drowned, like, that's pretty intense. Any person from Russian history. And my favorite author is John Green. I've met him 3 times. He's wonderful in person. The first time I thought I was going to throw up on him. I could not even like take a picture because my hands were shaking so badly. Second time I met him and David Levithan at the same time, as they co-authored a book. So I got my copy of Will Grayson signed by both of them. And he told me that he liked my shirt both times. And then the third time I met him was this past summer at a new bookstore that opened up. And I went and I heard him talk about writing, which was really, awesome as an aspiring writer. And I got to meet him again. And I actually had a bit of a conversation with him, which was, progress. It was exciting. I really had a great time. And I got my copy of An Abundance of Catherine signed, which is awesome. Yeah, that was it. You guys are amazing. Thanks again so much for following me. Also, if you watched, all 10 minutes of this video. I love you guys. Bye!